This is my aid bag, and we'll talk about some of these things in future videos, like how they work, and different tools that are handy to have, really for first responders, people at a range, pre-hospital, even before like an ambulance arrives, or if you were in a situation where you were going to have delayed access to higher medical care, maybe you're out hiking on a back trail or something like that. The U.S. military has a couple of different tourniquets that are approved for use by soldiers, sailors, Marines, etc. All these are covered under TCCC guidelines. There are a couple of others that are also approved, but not very often used. So I'm just going to talk about the two that are most commonly used, and then also a way to improvise a tourniquet for use if you don't have one of these commercially available tourniquets. So the first one we'll talk about was really the first one adopted by TCCC. This is called the Soft T tourniquet. It stands for Special Operations Forces Tactical Tourniquet, the Soft T. And if you can just kind of zoom in on this a little bit, this has this is about 1.5 inches webbing. It's very durable. It has a metal windlass. So the windlass is the crank that you turn. The metal here is very sturdy. You could probably use this to hit somebody with. I mean, if you were using it for secondary purposes, but it's very durable, and the webbing itself is not flimsy. The top part of the tourniquet has, I guess, a double sewn webbing on it, and it's a little bit thicker. And then there is this is plastic. The old ones were metal, but they've replaced it with plastic. But it's to secure the windlass in place once you've tightened it. And then there are different buckles that are out there that are available. The older style of this actually had a metal buckle with a securing screw. But you can see that the new buckle on the newer versions of this have a plastic D-ring. The webbing goes through. It's two-sided, and this retention bar in the center it feels like a hard plastic, and then the D-ring itself is detachable and has a clip in place that you can put it on. So that's the Soft T tourniquet. The other one is the Combat Application Tourniquet. This one is made by North American Rescue. It is a little bit lighter weight and a little bit easier to secure, but not really that much. I mean, they're both very similar. You can see that the webbing on the Cat T tourniquet is thinner, and it is not quite as durable. It would be easier to break this than it would be to break the Soft T. Another difference is that the Cat tourniquet has a plastic windlass. It's pretty durable, but it's not nearly as strong as the metal one. Another difference is that this one has a Velcro clip that's used to secure the windlass in place. The Velcro goes over the top, and it says time here so that you can write the time that the tourniquet was applied. The D-ring is similar. It can be used either one-sided or two-sided. What do I mean by one-sided? Right now it's just through one side of the D-ring, but you can also put it through, or at least you used to be able to. I guess you can't do it anymore. So now they're only one-sided. You know that this is the legit one because it has a red pull tab on the end. But again, these are made by North American Rescue. If you go on Amazon and buy tourniquets, you may get like a Chinese knockoff or something. So the only way you know for sure you're getting the right one is if you're buying it from North American Rescue or it's a legitimate tactical shop that you're buying it from. Again, the Combat Application Tourniquet, CAT Tourniquet. The soft T is made, I forget the name of the company, a different company. It's not North American Rescue. It's made by Tactical Medical Solutions, or TACMed. All right, so both of these work in a similar fashion. And the benefit of these is that they can be put on a person by themselves. And that's one of the requirements that the military has, that you can put this on yourself. It doesn't require someone else to apply it for you.